Woo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Do Guy, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes with Mr. Do Guy. And tonight I'm going to talk about a couple of things. First, Dallas Goedert said that Jalen Hurts is a top 2 quarterback in the NFL. And also the gift that keeps on giving, man. Deebo Sameul, now all of a sudden don't want to talk about this now. I'm going to get into all that, man, as we're getting close to training camp, only, less than 2 weeks away. Before I get into this video, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, I'm going to have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. Whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy. Also, if you're a Madden player on Xbox One, I'll have my Xbox One gamer tag in the description box also. One more thing, man. On Sundays, man, 10 a.m. Central to 12 p.m. Central, I co-host Big Time Sports Talk with my guy, Mike the Bandit. Download the 103.3 The Goedert app. And come listen to us, man, 10 to 12 Sundays, Central Time. First off, man, I'm going to get on my dog, Dallas Goedert, who said that Jalen Hurts is a top 2 quarterback in the NFL. He definitely was last year. Like, last year, he definitely was. I mean, arguably, if dude from Chicago never fell on his shoulder, or if he, if he never dropped the ball, or if the defense could have got a stop, he could have arguably been #1. He would have been talked about as the top 1 quarterback in the NFL. But of course it didn't go that way. But look, man, Jalen Hurts was outstanding last year. Last year he definitely was. It was him and Mahomes, yo. Mahomes was ahead of him and he was #2. In the biggest of games, he showed up and he played well. Made a big leap. Now granted, adding A.J. Brown helps a lot. Like, A.J. Brown was second team All-Pro. Having Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, that offensive line, Miles Sanders, Gainwell, all of that helped. And the play calling of Shane Steichen, who is now the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts, that all helps. But Jalen Hurts himself took it upon himself, and he really went to the lab. And he was big time. I mean, you could have seen it in the first preseason game against the Jets, the one drive he played where he went like, what, 7 for 7 or 8 for 8 with straight efficiency. And he had a spectacular year, man. And he had a spectacular Super Bowl with the exception of the one miscue. And yeah, he was big time, yo. Now, the thing is, it's a league where, you're only as good as your last game. Right now, Jalen is getting a lot of love. Jalen played well in the Super Bowl despite a loss. Jalen was outstanding last year. He got to do it again. I'm not saying he's him, but, we used to this. Carson Wentz went out there and looked like the second coming of Aaron Rodgers. And then after that, he just was not the same quarterback. So we got to pump the brakes a little bit. But I do tell you what, I definitely believe in Jalen Hurts much more than I believed in Carson Wentz. Also, I do believe he's going to be, a top-tier quarterback in the league. But in all fairness, we gotta be consistent with it. Because just before last year, we weren't even sure if he was even a franchise quarterback in general. So I love Hurts. I believe in him. I love that he's our quarterback. But before we anoint him up there, Mahomes been doing it consistently. Josh Allen been doing it consistently. Burrow did it for 2 years straight. Hurts got to do it another year, and then after that and so forth and so on. But I believe he's going to. But before we anoint him up there, we got to see consistency. But I do believe we will. I love his moxie, his work ethic, his leadership, just everything about him, yo. Glad he's my quarterback. And before I go, man, the gift that keeps on giving. Deebo Sameul, yo. My dog Deebo, man. Deebo had a lot to say after the NFC Championship game, about James Bradbury being trash, about the Eagles ain't being all that. Just, I mean, every type of insult you could think of, was directed towards us because they couldn't find a way to keep their quarterback. They let 4 quarterbacks get injured. And somehow, we ain't all that, But So he was on this podcast or whatever it was, and they asked him questions about, you know, to basically double down on all this nonsense you've been talking all off season. Now you don't want to talk about it now. Now he getting off the phone and all this other stuff. Now look, on one hand, like, you know, I get it as far as, or like, look, I said all that. I was emotional. I was in my feelings. I finally took me a nap. I slept on it. I'm ready to just move forward. And y'all trying to bring up old stuff. On one hand, I get it with Deebo. But then on the other hand, you the one put all this out here. Like, you can't get mad at people for not wanting to live it down when you the one who put it out there. And out there and out there and out there and out there again. You know, look, man, he's a great player. Look, I had him in fantasy a few years ago when he you know, had a big time year. But I mean, bro, like, if you don't want people coming at you about stuff, don't put it out there, man. You know, once you put it out there, you know, people unfortunately decide when they want it. Even if you let it go, they got to decide when they want to let it go. So, you know, it is what it is. I found it funny that, you know, now he want to be this way. I get it on his hand, but at the same time, bro, you did that upon to yourself. But, you know, I'm tired of the 49ers, or 40 whiners, or whatever you want to call them, but all they whining and crying and complaining. Look, I'm worrying about training camp, and we focus on the New England Patriots week 1 right now. We'll get to the 49ers when we get to them. But Deebo all of a sudden want to be quiet, and you brought that upon yourself, bro. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I'm going to have Philadelphia Eagles, NFL, and content on my other teams throughout the year. Close to the training camp, yo. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly, Eagles, fly.